God.
Who's your pick for Sunday, mate?
It's really hard. You know, it's a lot of competition here, different guys, different styles. I think guys are bouncing back. You know, look at Reitzel, he really wasn't doing much, and then he won it last night. Looked like Rico making the engine change really changed his stuff. But I kind of feel like last night was the soft night. Tonight's the hard night. You got Sheldon, you got Macedo, you got a bunch of the hard-hitting Williamson from Perth, you know, and then y'all got the regional guys here as well. So you're talking about the whole thing? Whole thing.
Oh, who's going to win the A?
Oh, man. And see, another sleeper around here for me, well, I don't know if it's a sleeper, but Ty Corbett, I think he's really good. He's better than most people give credit to. I mean, he chased Macedo at Toowoomba and passed him for second. So, man, all of it. Cam Waters. No, I'm just playing. Jeez. Oh.
We going with one of your statesmen, or we going an Aussie?
I would want to go with the Aussie. Y'all don't have too much like personal. Y'all, it seems like y'all would rather an American win, which I feel like I like Homer. I like underdogs winning.
I'm all for an underdog.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So I wouldn't mind like a Corbett or a Williamson. Maybe that would be cool, but that's going to be really hard. He don't race here a lot. I don't know about McHugh. I think he's a little mistake prone, but man, that's so hard. Like if I was picking Aussie, logically, I would like Corbett just because I seen him be really aggressive. And then if it was an American, I feel like Rico showed a lot of speed last night that if they carry that over, it's going to be hard to beat.
I think come the A, literally anyone who's starting the A is definitely in for the shot.
That's the problem. There's like realistically, there's like 10 or 15 guys that could win it. Yeah. You know?
Yeah, and that's why we're here at the end of the day too.
Right, exactly. So it's just hard to pick. It's hard to pick. Who are you picking? You already made your pick or no? Or are you going to go around here and intimidate everyone else to make picks and never do it yourself?
My Smoky's Grant Anderson.
Grant Anderson? I talked to him last night. He's really good too. He took a big ride at Borderline, but he didn't really have the speed last night. You know, I was just talking to one of the Americans, and he was like, see what happens, because I've been kind of hounding him, and he's like, see what happens when it slicks off? He's like, everybody can hold the throttle down, but when the track slicks off a little bit, look who went to the front last night. And he was talking about how USA went 1, 2, 3, 4, but I don't know if that's necessarily the case. I mean, that's kind of the case with any situation. Track slicks off, the drivers show up. And I mean, you know, had Hallett there last night in Ville, but there's still a lot of depth that is there tonight from the Australian side that I think's gonna show up.
Like the sort of the top 10 cars, once they got track position, the cars are all so similar and the drivers are so similar. Like you got the track position, it's almost done deal sort of thing.
Right, like last night, if they would have stayed green there late, I think Randall might have had something for Reitzel, but that's because of the clean air, or the dirty air that was on his wing. You know, when they got that restart, I think it was like 8 or 9 to go. It takes, you know, the field's so strong, it takes 6 or 7 to even catch the back of the field, and by then the guy with the clean air has already got 7, 8, 10 car lengths on the guy who's running in the dirty. So that was the bigger deal to me, is they call it a short track quarter mile, I guess. Y'all are calling Premier, but in America they would call it a 3/8 or something, or third mile. You know, it's a big track. It's sweeping, so the speeds are high. So then, you know, like most of the time on a quarter mile in America, the speeds are so low that the dirty, clean air really ain't that big of a factor. Or I feel like at Premier, the speeds are up so much that the dirty, clean air factor is a big thing. And then it gets going up around the top. I think that's why we saw Rico trying to work the middle, trying to find something different, because if you're just up there running behind somebody, you're at a big disadvantage. So it'll be interesting to see how people work clean air. Like you said, position on the track and it's a big deal, and that's mainly because of the air. You know,
very interesting take. All right, easy done.
That's it?
Yeah.
No more?
No more.
Okay.
No more. We'll stand here all day.